1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3603. वक्रतुण्डा महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देवाय सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धि भवतु मे सदा। गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरा गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। ओम अंजनी सुताय विद्महे वायुपुत्राय धीमहि तन्नो हनुमान प्रचोदयात्। ओम सिद्धि सदन गजवरन विनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबनायक गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन। सिद्धि सदन गजवरन विनायक सिद्धि सदन गजवरन विनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबनायक कृपा सिंधु सुंदर सबनायक गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन गाई मोदक प्रिया मुद मंगल दाता विद्यावान बुद्धि विदाता विद्यावान बुद्धि विदाता मोदक प्रिया मुद मंगल दाता विद्यावान बुद्धि विदाता गाई रे गणपति
मांग तुलसीदास कर दोगे, मांग तुलसीदास कर दोगे, मांग तुलसीदास कर दोगे, मांग तुलसीदास कर दोगे। बस ही राम सिया मानस मोहे, बस ही राम सिया मानस मोहे। गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन, गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन। शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन, शंकर सुवन भवानी नंदन। गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन, गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन, गाई रे गणपति जगवंदन। मंगल मूर्ति राम धुरारी, आन परायव गिरिधारी। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। मंगल मूर्ति राम धुरारी, आन परायव गिरिधारी। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तीनहु लोक तेरा उजियारा, दुखियों का तूने काज सवारा। तीनहु लोक तेरा उजियारा, दुखियों का तूने काज सवारा। हे जगवंदन केशरी नंदन, हे जगवंदन केशरी नंदन। कष्ट हरो हे कृपा निधान, कष्ट हरो हे कृपा निधान। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुरारी, आन परायव गिरिधारी। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तेरे द्वारे जो भी आया, खाली नहीं कोई लौटाया। तेरे द्वारे जो भी आया, खाली नहीं कोई लौटाया। दुर्गम काज बनावन हारे, दुर्गम काज बनावन हारे। मंगलमय दीजो बलराम, मंगलमय दीजो बलराम। मंगल मूर्ति राम दुरारी, आन परायव गिरिधारी। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। तेरा सुमिरन हनुमत वीरा, नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा। तेरा सुमिरन हनुमत वीरा, नाशे रोग हरे सब पीरा। राम लखन सीता मन बसिया, राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। शरण परे का की जय जा, शरण परे का की जय जा। मंगल मूर्ति नाम दुलारी, आन परायब तेरे डारे। हे बजरंग बली हनुमान, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। हे महावीर करो कल्याण, हे महावीर करो कल्याण। करो कल्याण, करो कल्याण, करो कल्याण। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, जगदोधारणी माँ, साई दया करो माँ। देवी साई देवी सरस्वती माँ, देवी साई माँ, देवी सरस्वती माँ, देवी साई माँ, देवी सरस्वती माँ। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, जगदोधारणी माँ, जगदोधारणी साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ। दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी जगदोधारणी माँ, जगदोधारणी माँ, साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ। देवी साई माँ, देवी सरस्वती माँ, साई माँ, भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, जगधोधारिणी माँ, जगधोधारिणी माँ, साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ, दुर्गा भवानी माँ, काली कपालिनी माँ, दुर्गा भवानी काली कपालिनी माँ, जगधोधारिणी माँ, जगधोधारिणी माँ, साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ, सत्य साई दया करो माँ। दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ,
करुणा सागर माँ,
करुणा सागर माँ,
काली कपालिनी माँ,
काली कपालिनी माँ,
करुणा सागर माँ,
करुणा सागर माँ,
काली कपालिनी माँ,
काली कपालिनी माँ,
जगधोधारिणी माँ,
जगधोधारिणी माँ,
जगधोधारिणी माँ,
जगधोधारिणी माँ,
ओ महादेवी जय जय माँ,
ओ महादेवी जय जय माँ,
ओ महादेवी जय जय माँ,
महादेवी जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे, दुर्गे जय जय माँ, दुर्गे माँ दुर्गे,
दुर्गे जय जय माँ,
जय जय माँ।
प्रेम से बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय। Children of God, Sitaram to one and all, and welcome to this, the second evening of our Navraatri celebration. This evening, we have a very wonderful katha again to continue from last evening, and puja have been completed again, and today celebrates two birthdays. We have Juliet's birthday today and also Omar's birthday. So we'll do that birthday a little bit after, but let us get now into our katha for this evening. So, putting the hands together, closing the physical eyes, we concentrate and meditate upon that Divine Master, asking for guidance and protection. We all pray. Gajananam bhutaganaadisevitam Kapeta jambho palisarabhakshanam Umasutam shoka vinashakarkam Namami Viganeshwar Parapankajam Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Saraswati Rupena Sanskrita Namastasye 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 Namo Namah Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Nagindrahara Trilochanaya Bhashmangragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shudaya Digam Bharaya Tasmai Nakaraya Namah Shivaya Om Anjani Garbhasan Mukho Vayu Putro Mahabal Kumaro Brahmachari Cham Hanuman Me Prasidh Me Om Bhurbhuvaswa Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasyam Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayam Om Mangalamurati Maruta Nandanam Sakala Mangalamula Nikandanam Pavanatanaya Santana Hitakare Hirde Virajataya Vidha Bihari Matu Pita Guru Ganapati Sharada Shivam Sanmukho Sukhanande Radham Charana Bande Bina Bhav Sabha Kahum Dev Ram Padhani Vahum Om Anjani Garbhasan Mukhom Vayu Putro Mahabam Kumaro Brahmachari Cham Hanuman Me Prasidha Me Om Bhurbhuvasva Tatsaviturvarenyam भर्गुदेवस्यां धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की जय। So last evening, my dear friends, we dealt with the three Devis, and we dealt with where they appear within us. And they appear in the Sato, Rajo and Tamogun within us. And we'll establish that in a few days from now, when the Devi herself tells to us which one is assigned to Sato Gun, which one is assigned to Rajo Gun, and which one is assigned to Tamo Gun. But this evening's Katha takes from that point, because we realize that the three gunas, each one is also subdivided into three, which gives us the 9, and the 9 days of the Navraatri, you know. And so, devotees and friends, this evening our Katha continues where now they talked about the strength and the power of the Puranas. And it tells to us, you know, from last night it says, listening to the Puranas are superior to other Sastras. For the Puranas facilitate transformation. And that is what we want. We want transformation into our lives. And so, devotees and friends, it says the Puranas, you know, help destroy the sins that have been accumulated. Leave her, let she do what she had to do. The sins that have been accumulated are being destroyed by listening to the Puranas. Not just listening, but you need to put what you listen into practice. And it says, knowledge increase, the intellect is at a better position. Again, by listening to the Puranas, punya, good merits are being acquired and stored. So nowadays asking, please, O Suji, relate these kathas for us so that we can transform our lives. And the Lord says, when you all are desirous to hear the Puranas, and I am ready to tell them to you, then we are both blessed. What it is telling to us here is that you must be ready to listen to the Katha. You must be ready to listen to the Katha. And so, my dear friends, you know, when I am relating the Katha and you are prepared to listen to the Katha, then both are blessed. I myself who is relating the Katha and you who is listening to the Katha, both of us will be blessed. You know, and now we're going to start Katha this evening, and we're going to see how this takes place. या देवी सर्वभूतेषु दुर्गारूपेण संस्कृतम् नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु क्रान्तिरूपेण संस्कृतम् Namastasye, 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 namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu kranti rupena sanskritam. Namastasye, 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 namo namaha. Ya Devi sarvabhuteshu durga rupena sanskritam. Namastasye, 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 namo namaha. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Mam, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Mam. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Mam, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Mam. Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata, Ambe Bhavani. Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani. सूत जी बोले इस प्रकार चिंतन करते हुए वे किसी निस्चार पर नहीं पहुँचे तब कैटब जल के भीतर आपने पास स्थितान मधु से कहा। जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जगदम्ब भवानी मां। कैटब बोले हे भाई, मधु हम दोनों के इस जल में स्थित रहने का कारण कोई आचले महाभाव शक्ति है। जय जय देवी, जय जगदम्ब भवानी मां। ऐसा ही मैं मनता हूँ। जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जगदम्ब भवानी मां। अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी। जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी। आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की. So it tells to us that at that time, our Katha commence in the days of yore, in one of the cycle of creation, when the earth have been dissolved, when this universe was once more into total water. So there was a dissolution. And in that state of dissolution, everything went into a relaxed mode. And in that relaxed mode, including, my dear friends, Vishnu Bhagwan, the Devatas, went into relaxed mode. Including Bhagwan Vishnu. He went to sleep because it was dissolution. There was no world to sustain anymore. So it was just water. And what happened? It says, in that state of sleep, Nidra Devi, the mother of sleep, So Nidra Devi is the mother of sleep. That's her name. And Nidra Devi had taken over Bhagwan Vishnu. So nobody could really wake Bhagwan Vishnu until Nidra Devi decided to release him. And in that deep sleep, my dear friends, two demons appeared from Bhagwan Vishnu. One by the name of Madhu and one by the name of Kaitab. And immediately, Pramati was asking to me how it is from the Lord demons can come. It tells to us in the beginning God have created the heavens and the hell too. When he created the heavens and the earth and the gardens of paradise, what he say? Nobody go and touch that tree. The God created that tree too. In Ramcharitamanas, it says God have created the positive and the negative. He have created the good and he have created the bad. All have been created here because there's one God. There's not no two God. But devotees and friends, it tells to us here that Bhagwan Vishnu, and I want you to watch and understand when these demons came. These demons came when Bhagwan Vishnu was at total rest. He was in deep sleep. He had no control of what happened beyond him. And what that means to you and I. My dear friends, when we allow our world to be dissolved into ourselves, when we believe it's only I alone, 3603, when we believe it's I alone living in this universe and nobody else matters, we dissolve ourselves into ourselves. So we bring that state of dissolution into our lives. And at that point, what happened? When we believe that I am everything, we forget that there is a God. We do not pay heed to Vishnu Bhagwan. And who is Vishnu Bhagwan? How Vishnu Bhagwan is applied into our lives. Vishnu Bhagwan is the embodiment of Dharma. And when we allow the embodiment of Dharma to go to sleep into our lives, my dear friends, all the negative things now flow out. All the negative things flow out. And so, my dear friends, this is what is meant by Madhu and Kaitam, and you will know who they are in a short while. And you will see how it applies back to when we believe that it is only I exist in this world. Many people believe it's only I who exists, or many people believe it's only me here in this world. Some husbands forget they have wife and children. They believe they're alone and they push themselves forward. The wife have to tag along. Some wives believe they're alone in the world and the husband have to tag along. It's vice versa, So my dear friends, what followed? It tells to us that Madhu and Kaitab now, they were created very powerful. And they were now moving in the water. Remember, the world was only water. And as they were moving and playing with the aquatic creatures, one day, my dear friends, Kaitab, then telling to his brother, he said, listen, we only in this water and we know what is beyond the water, And so he told to his brother, he says, listen, it says there is no effect. No effect takes place without a cause. So we are here in this world, we have came into this world, and because of a reason, there's something which is allowing us, there is a cause for us being here. It says, however, my dear brother, nothing can rest without the receptacle. And what are we resting on? What is our receptacle? Devotees and friends. And we see this day to day happening into our lives. Where your life is resting upon, what is the receptacle? What is that container your life is resting upon? What are you standing on? If you're standing in this world, my dear friends, for the sake of the world, then know that the end result is sadness, sorrow, and disappointment. Not so, Dinesh? If we believe that this world is the receptacle for us to be into, then also be prepared. Because this world will give you disappointment, sorrow, pain, distress. You might live a full life. But you know, when you or a loved one ready to die, you feel disappointed, not so? You feel sad. And that is a natural law of things. That's a natural law of this world. It's a natural law of the universe. What has a beginning must have an ending. And if we take this world just to be our receptacle, to stand on it, then we are going to end up disappointed. And so, children of God, what followed? They thought and they sit down and think within themselves. And they started, who created this beautiful ocean? Demons as they are thinking. Do you also think, my dear friends, and try to understand what grounds are you standing on? Do you have a solid ground? You know, just yesterday, gas price went up by $1 per liter, and everybody got shaky. Everybody got shaky. But yet still everybody driving the car this morning. So once, my dear friends, you depend upon this world, the world will disappoint you. Because the world does not have all the answers for your happiness. You believe that the world have the things for your happiness. But it does not. Because everything that is within this world, everything that is within nature, is governed by one straight principle. Everything everything that is within the grasp of our thoughts, anything that can be perceived, is being ruled by the rule of nature. And the Lord have placed independent laws, which are the laws of nature. You climb up high, you're going to fall. Every action of yours will bring a reaction, whether you like it or you don't like it. And so, children of God, it continues. These demons now saying, what is this receptacle? Where are we? And who is depending upon us? Who is resting on us? And they had no answer. Who created this beautiful ocean? Why are we living here merged within the waters? And the questions start asking, why am I living in Trinidad? Many years ago now you may be saying, well, best I go Guyana to live. And many years ago Guyana was saying, why I am living in Guyana, I must come to Trinidad to live. So my dear friends, that's how the world cycle. That's how the world cycle, the things of the world. At one point there will be plenty, at the next point there will be little. And so it says, why are we living merged within this water? Who created us? Who are our father and mother? Nothing of these we are aware of. We have no knowledge of this. And talking to themselves, they concluded that the highest Devi, the Shakti, the power of this universe, is the cause for them being here. And my dear friends, I continue to tell to you that every single thing have been created here is because of that energy of God. It says without that energy of God, without that Shakti, and Shakti is not what people perceive to be Shakti today. Shakti is this universal power. Shakti is the universal force which moves through each and every one of us. We must not misunderstand the word Shakti and Siddhi. It is two different things. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jagadambha Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jagadambha Bhavani Ma, Sut Ji Bole, Jai Jai Devi. भगवान ती से ऐसा वरदान प्राप्त कर भी दोनों दैत्यम मध्योन्माता होकर उस महसागरम जलचार जीवों के साथ क्रीडाता पर हो गई। जय जय देवी जय जय मां, जय जय गणप जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां। अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता अम्बे भवानी,
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी।
Devotees and friends, it says both Kaitab and Madhu merging their thoughts together. This is a big thing, merging their thoughts together. How can we merge our thoughts together? If I remain in my own world and you remain in your own world, I cannot merge my thoughts with you. What caused husband and wives to merge their thoughts together? When they both have the same common thread of devotion. They chant the same mantra of God. And when they devote themselves into such a position, their minds will be merged, their thoughts will be merged. So my dear friends, both parties, to merge your thoughts, this is two brothers, merging their thoughts, it means that they had the same thought wave. They were thinking about that divine mother who have created this universe. And so what happened? It says in merging their thoughts, it says that the sound, listen, the sound they heard from the air, a sound. And as that sound keep blowing through the air, the sound was creating words. The sound of the air, nature was creating words. And the Bij mantra of Saraswati was created from the sound. They listened. And when they listened and they put together the sound that were coming from the air, it was a Bij mantra of Saraswati. Om Haring Aing Haring Saraswati Namaha. And they both went down, my dear friends, and they started to pray. They started to pray and they started towards that Divine Mother. And they went very sincere into prayer, my dear friends. And what happened? It says that Adi Shakti Devi Ma was blessed with them, and she manifests and she says, I will grant you all boons, whatever you want. And what was the boon they asked for? They says, Mother, we would like to have one boon, and that boon is that we must not, we will be able, you can't ask that you want life everlasting because you wouldn't get that. But he says that we must die at our will. When we want to die, then we must die. When we're ready to give up life, then we'll give up life. And from the moment they got that boon, my dear friends, what happened? This is the difference between divine people, divine minds, and worldly minds. I'm not saying wicked minds. Divine minds and worldly minds. When the divine mind achieves, we thank God first for having achieved. God didn't achieve, you achieved. But you had an energy, you had a power which caused you to achieve. So we give thanks to God first for achieving. But the worldly mind, when they achieve, hey, you see me? You see what I get? And they don't attribute God. They don't give any recognition to God for helping them to achieve what they have to achieve. So devotees and friends, they now, Madhu and Kaitam, their ego overflow. Their ego flows so high that they believe, my dear friends, that nothing is now too big for them. So what happened? They saw Brahma sitting on the lotus of the navel of Vishnu. Remember, Vishnu Bhagwan is asleep. And Brahma sitting there. And they say, come, what you waiting for? He says, a hero don't sit on a high seat without earning that seat. A hero does not sit on a high seat without earning that seat. And as the law of respect goes, my dear friends, no one cannot dictate to another one that you have to respect me. The only way you get respect is when you give respect. The only way that you gain respect is when you give respect. So my dear friends, Madhu and Kaitam now, say you sitting down on the throne there, you sitting down on that lotus of Vishnu Bhagwan, come fight for it. And if you don't want to fight, come down, give me the seat. Come down, fight, and give us the seat. Some weak people like me will give up the seat without a fight. But my dear friends, Brahma decided now, hey, listen, something have to happen here. And this is what now is about to happen. Let us listen. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma, Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. Brahma ji bole, He Deenanath, He Hare Vishnu, He Bham He Madhvam, Bhakto ke Purham Harne Wali Hai. Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Ma, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. Sarva Shakti Sampanne, Devasha Jai Devi Ma, He Dukarnash Abha Apam, Utiyem, Utiyem, और मेरी रक्षा कीजिए. जय जय देवी, जय जय मां, जय जगदम्बा भवानी मां. अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी, अम्बे भवानी माता, अम्बे भवानी.
जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी, 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 जय 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 जगदम्बा भवानी.
प्रेम से बोले श्री आदिशक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की जय. So devotees and friends, what followed here now? What followed? And this is what happened. Brahma now was challenged by Madhu and Kaitab, come fight. If you can't fight, leave the position. I want that position. Leave it if you can't fight. But my dear friends, Brahma started to think. Just like the wise man will think. And he says, this is what he's thinking. Samadhama Beda Dhanda. He says, look, I have to try these four principles. Let me see if any will work. And the first one, which is Sama, is conciliation. Trying to see if you could bring the situation in a control. So, I was asking Munish the 4 principles of conflict resolution. And that is something which I did too at length. So conflict resolution, the first thing is conciliation. In conciliation, you can only conciliate if you start gathering information from both sides, and that is what Munish was telling to. So you have to get the information, you have to start now counseling, you have to start mediating. If that don't work, if conciliation don't work, the mediation ain't working, then my dear friends, you will try gifts. You say, okay, listen, I'll give you this if you settle the matter. And if that ain't work, then you start to use bribe. What is a bribe? My dear friends, what is a bribe? A bribe, yes, it might sound like an illegal thing. But here what it means, in conflict resolution, it means a win-win situation. I give you something if you could give me back something. Gift is a different thing to a bribe. A gift is I've given you something, I ain't looking back for nothing. Let me see if we could settle this thing. I've given you a gift. I ain't want nothing more than that. But a bribe, my dear friends, is where two of us will be in a win-win situation. So when you give a man a bribe to do something, I'm not saying that right, please. The man will get something and you get what you want. And he get what he wants. So that is why it becomes a win-win situation. But my dear friends, Brahma is saying now, what can I trade? And what they have to trade? I don't want them fight. But what can I give them for me to remain on my seat? And so, devotees and friends, it says none of these three will work. The only thing that will work is punishment. Punishment. And that is when the conflict reached the court. You know, in the local world, but in the spiritual world now, you have to fight a battle now. You can't leave it there because Brahma cannot give to Madhu and Kaitam the seat on the lotus flowers. That is the highest seat of the universe. How can I give it to two demons? I won't say what I had to say. How can you give it to two demons who knows nothing about running the universe? And Madhu and Kaitab, my dear friends. So then he decided, I am going to wake up Bhagwan Vishnu. Uti, Uti, Bhagwan. Get up, get up. But my dear friends, with Nidra Devi there, he could not get up. He could not get up. And then, my dear friends, finally, he decided, I have to pray to that supreme divine mother. And then Brahma started now. Yade, Yadeva, Yadeva, Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Shri Rupena Sanskritam Namastasim, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Mati Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Kanti Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shraddharupena Sanskritam Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Rati Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Bhagavate Rupena Sanskritam Namastasye, Namastasye,
Namastasye, Namo Namaha.
Jai Jai Devi, Jai Jai Man, Jai Jagadamba Bhavani Ma. Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani, Ambe Bhavani Mata Ambe Bhavani. Oh!
Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani, Jai 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 Jagadamba Bhavani.
So he started to pray to the Divine Mother. He says, "Oh Mother, you are the one who gives us wealth and prosperity. You are known as the Mother of Shri." He says, "Oh Mother, you are the one who is known as Principal Sri Shakti Devi Durga Mata Ki Jai." So you give us prosperity, you give us pleasure. You are a mother who is known as Kirti. You is the one who gives us fame. This is Brahma praying, you know. He's praying to the Divine Mother. He says, you is the one who gives us fame. You are the one who is Mati. You give us intellect. You is the one who is known as Dhriti. You give us fortitude. You are the one who is known as Kanti. You give us beauty. O Divine Mother, you is the mother of Shraddha, faith. O Divine Mother, you are that one who is Rati. You give us enjoyment. Now I am in great difficulties, O Mother. Please manifest to me now. We need your help. I, Brahma, need your help. And my dear friends, this is an important lesson coming from Brahma here. Brahma is sitting on the highest seat of the universe. And here, my dear friends, he cannot manage, and he did not allow the ego to override him. What he said? He said, "Mother, I need your help. I cannot manage." And he was given the highest position in the universe. If you have to merge in and have moksha, you have to first go through Brahma. You have to go through Brahma. This is how the universe was created. The universe was everything total in one. A total mass of energy, which is known as Shakti. Total mass. Then it separated power and consciousness, Shiva and Shakti. Still no form. No form, just energy. Raw energy and power. And then from that energy and power, it merged together and come into the stalk. And the stalk had brought forward a lotus. The stalk, my dear friends, started, the creation now is through Vishnu Bhagwan's navel. And that is where the whole universe started, from the navel of Vishnu Bhagwan, the formed part of the universe. So, my dear friends, the power and the consciousness created first sustenance. And anything you want to do, you must try to understand how are you going to sustain it. And that is when we were about to put together Dharam Ki Awaaj. How are we going to sustain it? That is why we spend weeks putting together the Constitution to be able to help sustain Dharam Ki Awaaj. Then you put people in its position. That is for the sustenance of Dharam Ki Awaaj. The same thing is happening here in the heavenly realm. It is only when you are illiterate you will not realize this is the way it has to go. so, my dear friends, Vishnu Bhagwan is sustenance. The first form that came into the world, into the universe, out of the power and consciousness is sustenance. And so every single thing that you're going to do, you have to know how to sustain it. You want to buy this book, you have to know how to sustain this book. You have to know how to sustain this book. Principle Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki. And then from that navel of Bhagwan Vishnu came the stalk up. And there in that lotus position was Brahmadev. And then from Brahmadev we got the 14 rishis coming. And then the creation started. And so, my dear friends, that is why when you hear the Katha tell to you that anything that you want in this world, it can only come to you through the saints and the sages. That is what it means. That is the journey down to this world that we live. And if you want to go back up the journey, you have to go the same road. You have to go the same road. It has no by road and no other road. You come here and you have to go back up. Is that the same route you have to go back? You have to go back through Brahmadeva. And he, my dear friends, Brahma, who was given the master position in this universe, had to call for help. Remember, he's the second form that came into the world. Who are you going to call for help for? He called it from the absolute. And that is why, my dear friends, he made mention that you are the wealth, you are our fame, you are our strength, you are our faith, you are our enjoyment. Oh mother, I need your help now. And which mother, my dear friends, when the child call out for help, will not be there? And she came forth and she says, Brahma, what happened? He says, mother, your daughter, this is the absolute Lord comes, the absolute Shakti came in a form now. So it says the Adhya Shakti, the form Shakti, came. All the other forms are just the daughters coming out of this Shakti. Say, mother, he said, your daughter Nidra have taken over Bhagwan Vishnu and he can't get up. She ain't releasing him. And he said, these two demons, they want to kill me. Mother, what are we going to do? And so, my dear friends, the mother says, fear not. Fear not, O Brahma. I will talk to my daughter and she will release Bhagwan Vishnu. Daughters and sons today, can the parents talk with that kind of confidence as Adhya Shakti is talking now to Brahma and saying, I will talk to my daughter and my daughter will do what I want to happen? Avinash? This is what we have to do. This is what we have to do as children. Our parents, we must develop this confidence into our parents. If they call upon us, we must be able to deliver. My little sister is here this evening, and she will tell to you, as a son, I have created that kind of thing with my mother and father that the moment they called upon me, I was ready to deliver. And so all the children of our parents, when the eldest start with something, the rest does follow with it. Our parents could have called on any one of us and we would have been ready to deliver. Are you ready to deliver? As here Adhya Devi Shakti is saying that I will talk to my daughter and she will do as I ask. प्रेम से बोले श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की जय. And so, my dear friends, she talked to Nidra. She said, Nidra, my child, release Bhagwan Vishnu. And so Bhagwan Vishnu was released. When Bhagwan Vishnu was released, he asked Brahma, he said, what happened, Brahma? He said, listen, Lord. He said, Bhagwan, I'm Vishnu. He said, while you was asleep, he said, 2 demons came out from your ears. And they want to kill you and they want to kill me now too because you gave back life. And Bhagwan Vishnu say, all right now. He say, if you have patience, I will take care of it. So my dear friends, you know there is a local slang which says, idle hands at the devil's workshop. And I think that's how the line goes. Idle hands at the devil's workshop. Idle ears are also the devil's workshop. Idle eyes are the devil's workshop. Yeah. Prem se Bolo Shri Ramchandra Bhagwan ki. प्रेम से बोले श्री आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की जय. So my dear friends, it says for 5,000 Bhagwan Vishnu fight and he fight and he fight, but he could not get these 2 demons weary. And then he remember, he said, listen, these 2 of them get the blessings of Shakti Devi Ma, so they would never get tired. And so he decided now, Vishnu Bhagwan decided that he is going to pray to the Divine Mother. And he started to pray now. Full force Mother again he's praying to. And as he prayed, my dear friends, Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupina Sanskrita, he started calling out. And the Divine Mother appeared to him. And he says, Vishnu, what happened? He said, Mother, Madhu and Kaitam can't die because of the gift you have given to them. And so, my dear friends, she said, all right. She said, I will take care of it. You don't worry, just go back and fight. And so, devotees and friends, it says the Divine Mother took that form, the form known as Kali. And she didn't go and fight. She didn't take blood here this time. She took the form of Kali. And my dear friends from the heavenly realm, it says she started to laugh. That she attracted Madhu and Kaitam. And then, my dear friends, when she attracted them, she told to them, he says, Madhu, Kaitam, I want you to ask for any boon that you want. And then they says, remember they asked already for the boon, that they should die at their will. So now they come with a different thing. And they say, Mother, I must not die in the sky, nor must I die on the land. And so, devotees and friends, the Divine Mother started to smile. And Vishnu Bhagwan was given, he started to smile. He know he have it now, good and proper. And so, my dear friends, Vishnu Bhagwan stretched his leg. In that position, it was neither on land nor in the sky. And he placed them on his leg. And that is how he was able to destroy them. Prem se bole Sri Adi Shakti Devi Durga Mata ki. So, devotees and friends, Kaitab and Madhu is the ego, the abhiman, and the vanity of the world. And the abhiman and the vanity will kill you if you don't look for the Divine Mother to help you. Prem se bole Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan ki jai, Adi Shakti Devi Durga Mata ki. Today's your birthday, sing a song. You bring no book. All right. And you ever give me no book too. Chor Jamila Chute Chor Jamila Chute Jag kam kah gayi Das kabir Paar le gaaye Ge ek pal mein तुलसी के रघुबीर चोर जमीला जूते जग का कह गए दास कबीर पार लगाए एक पल में तुलसी साचो नाम प्रभु को मन के बस में आज हूँ बंदे लेकर नाम गुरु को लेकर नाम गुरु को सूरदास के श्याम रे करता पर तेरा कछु नाही। माटी का ये खेल है सारा, मिलेगा माटी माई। मीरा जी के गीत बुलाओ, मेरा जी के गीत बुलाओ, जमुना जमुनते चोर जमुना छूते जग का कह गए दास कबीर। पार लगाए एक पल में तुलसी के रघुवीर। Oh man, leave off this entangling influence of this false world. That is what the bhajan is saying. Kabir Das, Tulsi Das, all the great reformers of our dharma has tell us. Sri Ram teaching, it have told to us, this influence of this world is just entangling and it will tie us. It will destroy us. He says, oh man, your life is filled with blunders. Follow the teachings of the spiritual masters, your guru, and you will be able to rise. Tera mera din bhar karta, par tera kuch nahi. He said, what in this world belongs to you and what belongs to me? Nothing. Nothing belongs to you, nothing belongs to me. Why? Mati ka ye khel hai sara. Everything that takes a form, milega mati mahi, will one day meet or reach back to dust. Everything that takes a form will meet dissolution one day. Mira, the great devotee, sings that let us all find ourselves in that river of the Yamuna, the river of love, and let us live our lives, not entangling ourselves with this world. Prem se bolo Shri Ramchandra Bhagwan ki jai. Om Sri Adishakti Devi Durga Mata ki jai. So we have completed Havan already. We have 2 birthdays, so we'll sing happy birthday, and then we'll do Pandit Jai will lead us in Arati. तुम्ही जन्मदिन के बराए हमारे, हजारों बरस की उम्र हो तुम्हारी। तुम्ही जन्मदिन के बराए हमारे। Happy birthday to you, Omar. And may each one of your year be multiplied by 1,000 in blessings. And Gillette, happy birthday. And may each one of your year also be multiplied by 1,000 in blessings. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Hey!
It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday
Chand Bhagwan ki. So Dinesh wanted to sing us a special chanting of the Arti. And Pandit Jai and I agreed yesterday, as soon as he's ready, we'll give him the chant. You ready today? All right, so Dinesh will sing the Arti for us today. And I want to ask Pandit Jai, either tomorrow or Thursday, because I want him to bring the message for us too. You know, I want to get, you all must get his side of the message also. Which day you do the message, tomorrow or Thursday? Thursday? So Pandit Jai will do the message on Thursday. All please stand. Oh, coconuts. Where are coconuts? Come on. All with your coconuts, come forward, please. We all pray. Om Sri Krishna Krishna Sagyai Pavidya Mamasya Vidya or Pradvesh Nivala Kalipate Saptame Vaivasman Wonder Kalipatam Charane Jambu Dvipe West Indies Kande Arvat Arke Desh Antargat Trinidad Desh 56 Mapipi Road Chetri Grame Bhautavatar Return Parahe Namo Narayanaya Namo Mahishwana. You keep your name Namayaham, whatever wish you have. Om Sri Dehik Devik Bhautik Tapatrayan Nirvamartya Devi Graharishi Muni Madhava Hari Om Tat Sat Om Jayanti Mangala Kali Bhadra Kali Kapalini Durga Chama Shive Dhatri Swaha Swadha Namostute Ad Shakti Devi Durga Mata Ki Jai Pavan Putra Hanuman Ki Jai.
हरे सुन मुर देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया सुन मुर देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया सुन मुर देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल लेते बेत चराया लेते बेत चराया अरे सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरे देवी
पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे कैसे तिलक लगाया कैसे तिलक लगाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरी देवी
पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
नाग पाग माँ अकबर आया नाग पाग माँ अकबर आया सोने का चेत चराया सोनिक चेत
हरि
चराया
बोल।
हे सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता माजे सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता माजे कलियुग राज सवाया कलियुग राज सवाया अरे सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
धूप दीप नदिया में आरती धूप दीप नदिया में आरती मोहन भोग लगाया मोहन भोग लगाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
ज्ञान भगत में तेरा गुण गाया ज्ञान भगत में तेरा गुण गाया मन वंचित फल पाया मन वंचित फल पाया ए सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
पान सुपारी ध्वजा नारियल
ले तेरे बेत चराया ले तेरे बेत चराया सुनो मोरे देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे सुवर चोल तेरे अंग विराजे केसर तिलक लगाया केसर तिलक लगाया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी तेरा पार न पाया तेरा पार न पाया
नाग पाग माँ अकबर आए नाग पाग माँ अकबर आए तू के चतर चराया तू के चतर चराया सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासनी तेरा पार न पाया माँ तेरा पार न पाया
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी
पर्वत बन युधिवाला, ऊंचे पर्वत बन युधियाला, नीचे शहर बसाया, नीचे शहर बसाया। हे सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया माँ, तेरा पार न पाया।
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मागे, सतयुग द्वापर त्रेता मागे, कलियुग राज सवाया, कलियुग राज सवाया। सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया माँ, तेरा पार न पाया।
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
धूप दीप नैवेद्या आरती, धूप दीप नैवेद्या आरती, मोहन भोग लगाया, मोहन भोग लगाया। ये सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया माँ, तेरा पार न पाया।
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया, तेरा पार न पाया।
ज्ञान भगत मैं तेरे गुण गाया, ज्ञान भगत मैं तेरे गुण गाया, मन वंचित फल पाया, मन वंचित फल पाया। ये सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया माँ, तेरा पार न पाया।
सुनो मोरी देवी पर्वत वासिनी, तेरा पार न पाया माँ, तेरा पार न पाया।
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा, अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
तेरा पार न पाया।
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा।
जय भुवनेश्वर जय जय मुकम्बा,
जय भुवनेश्वर जय जय दुर्गम्बा,
जय भुवनेश्वर जय जय मुकम्बा,
जय भुवनेश्वर जय जय दुर्गम्बा।
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा।
देवी देवी जय महादेवी,
देवी देवी जय महादेवी,
देवी देवी जय महादेवी,
देवी देवी जय महादेवी।
जय परमेश्वर जय विश्वदेवी, जय
परमेश्वर जय देवी।
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा,
अम्बा अम्बा जय जगदम्बा।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ,
दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ।
करुणा सागर माँ,
करुणा सागर माँ।
कालिक बाल की माँ,
कालिक पालनी माँ। डोलारवी माँ
जय 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 अम्बे 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 माँ
दुर्गे दुर्गे
दुर्गे जय जय माँ दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ
दुर्गे दुर्गे
दुर्गे जय जय माँ दुर्गे 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 जय जय माँ
दुर्गे जय जय माँ
दुर्गे जय जय माँ दुर्गे जय जय माँ दुर्गे जय जय माँ
आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की. Put in the hands together, closing the physical eyes, we all pray. Asato ma satgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorama amritam gamaya. Om Tvameva Mata Cha Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Cha Sika Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Grabinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. आज शक्ति देवी दुर्गा माता की, शंकर भगवान की, पवन पुत्र हनुमान की, सनातन धर्म की, ओम श्री गुरुदेवता की जय जय सीताराम. All please have your seat. Arti and Prasad will come to you. What a wonderful evening of devotion again and celebration of 2 birthdays. Happy birthday again to Om.